Finding out a common bacteria is attacking your heart and the medication you've been taking is not working.
That's exactly what happened to a Louisville man. Now, doctors even told his family that there was nothing they could do to help him.
But as WLKY's Jennifer Bayless reports, Andy Kim credits volunteering with the American Heart Association for saving his life.
It was 3 years ago when I was working in Prague.
He considered himself healthy, exercising, running with his family, eating right, and working full-time as the vice president of risk management for Brown-Forman. Life was good.
Just started waking up with really bad night sweats, and I would just completely drench the bed, and then it started happening during the day. So that was the first time I knew anything was wrong.
An urgent care doctor diagnosed him with a virus and prescribed antibiotics.
I came home and for a month went to several doctors, and they continued to think it was a virus, gave me more antibiotics. And actually the day I was supposed to go back over to Prague, I canceled that visit and went to ER, and an infectious disease doctor found what he called bacterial endocarditis.
The treatment was 6 weeks of intense antibiotics, but it only masked the effects. The bacteria was growing and growing fast. Kim says it destroyed one of his heart valves and was eating away at another. He immediately checked into the hospital and underwent surgery.
The surgeon originally came out and said everything went really well. They were actually able to save one of my heart valves. But shortly after that, I started to have seizures, and then had a stroke. Over the next course of a couple of days, I actually had a collapsed lung and then caught pneumonia on top of that.
But that wasn't the worst of it. The neurologist told Kim's family he probably wouldn't make it and recommended taking him off of life support. His wife, Kim, refused. She got a second opinion, and 5 days later, he came off the ventilator.
All of a sudden, I could just start to move my right arm and my right leg. And then about a week later, I could move my left side of my body, and it slowly started to come back.
3 weeks after surgery, Kim was discharged from the hospital. A few weeks later, he was back to work.
I think for me, the hardest part is knowing that my wife had to go through all of this. It took her probably the better part of a year before she could finally sleep through an entire night and not worry about whether I was still breathing or something was happening to me. So she bore the brunt of the pain.
Doctors still don't know where he picked up the bacteria. Andy says he knows one thing for sure. Serving as a volunteer on the board of the American Heart Association helped save his life.
So through that, I had learned about, listening to your body, listening to family and friends if things don't feel right in your body, and I think that's why we continue to go back to doctors. I'm confident that the fundraising they've done and the research that they've been able to fund helped to save my life.
His story of survival is just one of many that will be featured during the 2015 Heart Ball, Saturday, February 21st in Louisville. It's a record sold-out crowd of 700, the American Heart Association's biggest fundraiser of the year.
Unfortunately, you don't have to look very far to find a family member or friend who's been affected by heart disease, so I think people want to support, and this is a great way for them to give back.
It's a second chance at life, and so anytime anything gets really bad, we just kind of, my wife and I look at each other and go, it could be worse.
Jennifer Bayless, WLKY News.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans. That's why WLKY supports efforts by the American Heart Association. Jennifer Bayless is hosting the 2015 Heart Ball this Saturday in Louisville. You can get involved and learn more about the event by going to WLKY.com.